Tonight, an incredible story, 74 years in the making. A hero's homecoming for a Rhode Island soldier.
Number one, give me a minute. Number one, he gave his life to save his, fellow comrades.
Captain Elwood Joseph Ewart died while saving several troops from the USS Coolidge as she sank in the South Pacific during World War II. His remains were not recovered, but when the Army says no one left behind, they mean it.
And they proved it. Eyewitness News reporter Walt Buteau with the details you'll see only on Eyewitness News.
The Coolidge was almost as long as the SS Massachusetts. 5,430 troops made it to safety the day she sank. But that wasn't good enough for Captain Ewart. The Coolidge was heading into harbor in Espiritu Santo, south of Australia, when she hit a pair of U.S. underwater mines.
And we lived right there.
Paul Valley, who now lives in Vermont, is one of Captain Ewart's nephews.
When we were growing up in Pawtucket, he was like a mythological figure.
Word came to Captain Ewart that men were trapped in the infirmary. He got together with some of his buddies and went back on board. The infirmary was down a corridor, but that was at a sharp angle because the Coolidge was slowly sinking, so they grabbed a rope and tied it around the captain's waist. That allowed Ewart to get to the troops who were trapped.
And his buddies lowered him down the corridor because it was on an angle, and then pulling him back up with the people one at a time, getting him out of there.
It's right out of a movie.
Yeah, it is. It should be a movie made about it, I'm telling you.
But the movie would not end well for the captain from Pawtucket.
The Secretary of War desires me to express his deep regret.
After a half-dozen soldiers were pulled to safety, Ewart was too tired to make it out of the ship as she sank, with her stern eventually settling about 240 feet underwater.
But your son, Captain Elwood Joseph Ewart, died October 26th in South Pacific area by drowning. They've retrieved the fellows that were down there, but he was not able to get himself back out again.
The Coolidge became a popular scuba diving site during the decades that followed. But no one would ever imagine that would lead to this heroic soldier finally coming home 74 years after he gave his life to save others.
He was the captain, and that was his job, to go down, to do whatever he had to do for his troops. And that's just the way, it's the kind of guy he was.
Tonight at 6, we'll go back underwater to show you how Captain Ewart's remains were found and what the Army and his family did to bring him home. Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.